8:37 at time, AM 650 KGAB Radio. My name is Glenn Woods. Thanks for joining me. Jim Creel is sitting in the studio with me, CEO of Taco John's, and I'm bringing him in. Normally, I don't like doing topics like this. I try to stick to news stuff. But this, I think, Jim, is good local news because you at Taco John's have hit your 50th anniversary, and now that's 50 years. That goes back a ways. And it all started where? Frontier Days?
Frontier Days, 1968.
Okay. And was it just a truck back then?
It was a trailer.
A trailer. Okay.
12 by 30.
Was it the same name?
No.
Okay.
It was originally the Taco House.
Okay.
John Turner had come to Mr. Woodson to find a location for him to lease so he could put up a taco restaurant. And Mr. Woodson connected him with Harold Holmes at Holmes Campers. And Harold built him in a week. Built him a 12 by 30 trailer to start serving tacos out of for Frontier Days in 1968. But at that time, it was the Taco House.
Okay, now I'm going to go out on a limb and say the menu back then was nowhere like it is now.
A little bit more limited, yes.
A little bit more limited. Okay, how long did it take to get out of that and into a building?
The first buildings didn't come along until probably mid-70s.
Okay.
When they
so were they
built
were just
first
food
buildings.
trucks until then?
They were just trailers, right?
Okay.
And they'd bring them in, set them on a foundation.
Okay. Now then the next question would be, when did it first suddenly become, or when did they first decide to name it Taco John's? Because that's when it officially became Taco John's, right? It became a corporation?
Yes, that was in
Okay.
1969.
1969, Taco John's officially. Now, that's a question we were asking off air, and you guys were talking about it, your office. This is a big discussion here. Where is the original Taco John's location, the first building? And it's not there anymore.
Right. The first building was at Cary Avenue,
Okay.
where our location is today. The building itself had been moved to South Greeley Highway,
Okay.
where the tortilla factory was.
Okay, so you still then have a Taco John's at the original location.
Yes.
Okay. But the original building was moved and that's gone.
Yes.
Okay. So if I go to the one on Cary Avenue, did you just didn't you upgrade that recently?
We did.
Yeah.
About
Okay.
4 years ago.
About 4 years ago. Okay. So and the one that you have, by the way, is I head out on Pershing, the one
Yes.
that's way out toward college. Just got, since I'm sitting here talking to the CEO, I'll just go ahead and put it out there. Not only a great looking store, great crew.
Thank
I
you.
mean, that is really a dynamite crew every time I go there. I've never had any kind of a problem. They're really helpful. And a lot of them are so young.
Yes.
Yeah, but they're really good at what they do. Okay, so they decide to become Taco John's, and they start to build out from there. You started with one location. How long did it take to get more locations? How fast did it spread?
Just a few months, and it's started to spread. Rapid City, South Dakota, Torrington, and it went from there. Mr. Holmes had an airplane, little twin-engine airplane, and he and Mr. Woodson would fly around the country, look for a city that looked like it might be at the right size. Yeah. They'd land. Mr. Woodson would go looking for land, and Mr. Holmes would go looking for a franchisee, and they built it up pretty fast.
There you go. Okay. Okay. Now, how many were 50 years later? How many locations?
Today we have 394.
That's pretty big.
That's
okay. Spreads across. Is it evenly spread across the station or country? I mean, or is it just kind of unusual the way?
Primarily in the Midwest.
Primarily, okay. Because I'm a Florida guy, as you know, and North Carolina guy too, and I don't remember a Taco John's out there.
We had one location in Florida for a number of years. That franchisee retired and sold the property. So. No more in Florida, but we're in 26 states at this point.
26 states, not bad. Now, I'll just toss this out there. If somebody wants to get in on the franchise, what's that process?
Fill out an application, send it in. We have a development team that will look at that, contact you for some additional information. If you qualify financially, then we move forward with the process.
Okay. What are the, and I don't want to get too much into details in this, but I mean, someone might look at that and think, wow, get into a franchise, that's a lot of money. What is it? What does it cost to get into a franchise?
Well, the franchise agreement is only $25,000.
Oh, really?
For the first one. Right.
Wow. Okay.
Now, by the time you buy a building and land and equipment and everything.
Now you're up. Okay, so the agreement's $25,000, but then you get into everything else.
Right.
And then at that point, look, I've run places like, retail stores and malls and so on. Boy, you're dedicating a lot of time.
Yes.
How much time do you work as CEO of the company?
Well, it seems like I'm always on duty, but About 55 hours a week, 60
Yeah.
hours a week.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Do you get to travel all over?
I do. Matter of fact,
Okay.
we just had our 50th convention in Maui.
Yeah.
So I just returned from that, and I'm going to Tennessee, Minneapolis, Omaha,
Wow.
and a couple other places in the next 4 weeks.
There are Taco John conventions.
Yes.
All right. Now, I got to ask some menu questions then.
Okay.
How do you come up with it? Do you have because some restaurants have like a crew that goes into the kitchen and invents new stuff. Are you guys doing that too and just trying
Yes.
new things on your menu all the time?
Yes.
How do I become an official tester paid to just test this stuff? There's got to be.
Send me a note, and
Yeah, sure.
I'll put you on the list.
Okay. No, but I figure every so often you guys come up with something new. And then do you market test that and put it out there just to see if anyone actually likes it?
We do.
Do you have certain test markets?
We move that around
Okay.
to different areas of the country so that one franchisee store isn't always in a test.
Yeah.
They're on the regular menu. So each time we test something, we'll pick a different market.
Okay. Now, the original developers and owners of the company, are they long gone since then? Are they still around?
Nona Holmes is still with us, and the other three are gone.
Yeah. Okay.
But the same two families still own the company.
You still okay? So you can say it's a family-run business.
It is a family-run business.
Okay. And for those who don't know, I mean, I know your location is just a few blocks away from us here in downtown. And when I go to the building, it is a nice looking. I've been in there a couple of times. It's a nice looking building, but I approached it the first time thinking, this doesn't seem like a big major franchise operation building here. It's just a small, attractive little building. It's just basically what you need.
Right. We have about 45 employees in Cheyenne.
Yeah.
And then we have another 35 field employees.
Okay.
So
how did you get involved in the company?
I was with McGladrey and Pullen, a CPA firm here in Cheyenne, and Taco John's was a client. One day, at that time he was the CFO, Barry Sims, called and asked if I'd ever thought about leaving public accounting, and I thought about it a little bit. He called back and said, "If you come over here, you don't have to wear a tie."
There you go.
It
works.
was
Well,
the
you
deal.
guys are pretty casual and pretty friendly over there.
Yes.
Again, the times I've walked in. Okay, two things. One, my favorite meat and potato burrito.
Yes.
I mean, definitely. And even when I go over there to have the breakfast burrito, it's the meat and potato breakfast burrito.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a favorite?
I actually like the Taco Bravo the best.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Anything new coming on the menu we should know about?
Oh yeah, we've
Yeah?
got a lot of new stuff coming this summer.
Yeah.
So we'll try some enchiladas,
Okay.
and a few other things. We also are going to have our first food truck here in Cheyenne.
Really? There's going to be a
summer.
Taco John's food truck
It will be
rolling
a Taco
around.
John's food
Okay.
truck.
Now, how do people know? Are you just going to be showing up at events, or is that just going to kind of roam around town?
It'll roam around town. We're gonna we have a new design for our building. So
Yeah.
on South Greeley Highway, we'll tear that building down and put up the new design building. While that's being built, we'll have the food truck in that area.
Okay. Okay. Well, there you go. There's some new things coming your way from Taco John's. Congratulations on 50 years.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. It's AM 650 KG.